Psalms 130 verse 5 says, I wait for the Lord. My soul waits, and in His word I do hope. We all know sometimes the toughest thing to do is to wait. Even when we've believed God, obeyed Him, waited expectantly for Him to release His breakthroughs in our circumstances, God's harvest may seem delayed. Often we haven't reaped God's harvest because it isn't His timing to release them yet. But sometimes God hasn't released His blessings because He's waiting for us to obey Him in one or more areas of our life. Let me share some thoughts with you to encourage you to faithfully and obediently sow your seed so that you can joyfully reap His harvest. When you ask God for a harvest, He's going to ask you for a seed. Your seed is what God multiplies. Your obedience is why He multiplies it. And if you obey Him in the difficult, God will do the impossible. Look to God and His Word for the courage you need to believe Him, obey Him, and wait expectantly for Him to move on your behalf. And when you do, this is His promise to you. He says, He who sows to his flesh will of the flesh reap corruption, but he who sows to the Spirit will of the Spirit reap everlasting life. And let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we don't lose heart. Don't lose heart. Don't give up. In due season you will reap if you don't give up. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, to everything there's a season, a time for every purpose under heaven. Nothing stays the same. Change is inevitable. The farmer knows there are definite seasons of seed time and harvest. Spring is when he sows his seeds. Summer is when he waits for his crops to grow. Autumn is when he reaps what he's sown. Winter is when it can be cold, dark, dreary, and nothing seems to be happening. But it's during this season that the farmer waits and the soil rests, and he prepares for the coming spring. Each of these seasons is vital. No one is more important than another. It's the same in the spiritual world. The uncommon seeds you've sown into God's kingdom take time to sprout. They take time to grow into an uncommon harvest. Remember, God established the eternal principle of seed, time, and harvest. He says, while the earth remains, seed time and harvest will not cease. Be encouraged. The Bible's clear. You will reap what you sow. Your harvest time will come. Psalm 126:6 says, He that goes forth weeping, bearing precious seeds, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves or his harvest with him. My friend, don't give up on your harvest. Don't lose hope. God is faithful. Your harvest is on the way. Be faithful, be obedient. Wrap your faith and obedience with expectation, and wait patiently. Wait patiently for God to release the harvest from His hand into your life. God bless you. I hope to see you again tomorrow.